What's going on, guys? No, this isn't just a plain a plain white cardboard box. This is actually another Switch 2 grip case from a company called TiMovo. This is a really interesting one to me because it's basically the Spigen Dual Grip, and there's also a company called BH Gift that it looks identical. The Spigen Dual Grip, the BH Gift, and this TiMovo grip looks identical, and it seems to promise everything that you would want in a case. It's supposed to be dockable. It has kind of ergonomic grips attached to it. The kickstand is accessible. The only thing is you can't really take the Joy-Cons off, although I think you might be able to wiggle them out of there. So let's take a look at this and see if it could be a really good option. It's actually super cheap, at least when I bought it. The price has gone up to like $21, $22 now. But when I purchased it, it was $19, I believe, but with a 30% coupon. So it was technically like $14, which I think is really good for Nintendo Switch 2 grip, which I really haven't seen. So right off the bat, this is super, super lightweight. You can just it feels like nothing, which might worry you, but at least his backplate is quite sturdy. It's definitely not flimsy at all. Here on the back, you have these like trigger grips for your middle finger to hold. They're a little bit small. They're definitely not like the Neo Grip trigger grips, but they actually have a nice texture to them. This texture is similar to the StandGrip from Savage Raven. You can actually see the difference here. Look at how much smaller this grip is. It has a little bit more of a contoured shape, but the texture is quite similar. It feels slightly better on the Savage Raven, but not much of a difference. Let's actually put this on the Switch and see if it could be a good value option. Let's get it in from the top here. Well, that might have been the easiest install I've ever seen. I did see some people say that you need to line it up correctly with the grips, with the little rubber stops on the bottom of the Switch, and it seems like this one's not fully lined up. Now it is. That, I believe, was causing some dockability issues. It really is easy to pull it off, and then I lined it up there. So just a word of caution. Real quick, I didn't love, when I just put it on, I didn't love this little area. It looks like it has to be, feels like it has to be like smoothed over, sanded over maybe. But in terms of ergonomics, it feels pretty good. I'm not completely gripping. You do have the space for the middle finger, obviously, and then your other fingers are kind of wrapped around. You're still feeling this area here. It's not like your fingers. If this was bigger, if this was a little bit more pronounced, like that much bigger, I think it would feel more like an actual Neo Grip trigger grip or like an actual controller. Instead, I still find myself kind of putting my fingers out here, but it feels quite good. It feels quite good, yeah. I really can't complain too much about the feel, and it really is lightweight, which I like. Some of these other grips are just, they add like 120 grams to the Switch 2, which in my opinion, the Switch 2 is already pretty heavy as is. So, by the way, you have full accessibility to the kickstand. As you see, the cover gives you a bunch of room. They could actually have made it a little bit more, but they did keep the weight down by using less material. Let's see the ports themselves. The game card holder, easy, no issues there. The vents look good. The buttons, you can get to it, but it's a little too recessed there. I wish they would have made it a little bit easier to get to. It's not terrible. The power button is the bigger issue because the plus and minus volume buttons are actually a little bit higher. So those take a little bit of effort to get, but not a big deal. The power button is a little bit more of an issue, but it's not terrible. As you can see, I'm getting it, and it's not too big of an issue. This is kind of an impressive case. If you guys have seen the Spigen Dual Grip, it's the exact same as this, unless I'm mistaken, except for the Spigen logo that's in the middle there, and they're charging $30 for it if it's available. Sometimes it's not even available. Yeah, this is kind of nice, especially for the price. Now that it's gone up to 2022, it's a little bit of a different proposition, just because you have the StandGrip, which is coming in at $18, and if you do the StandGrip bundle with the EDC carrying case, you could get that for 33, 35 bucks. But this is interesting. I like the StandGrip's material more. I feel like it's a better quality product, but this really isn't far behind. And I quite like these little grips on the back. They feel good. They feel like I have every part of my hand and fingers are being occupied, which I think is kind of the point of a grip case. So this could be a contender, at least budget-wise. Real quick, I wanted to see if it fits into the Savage Raven EDC carrying case. It should, because the StandGrip is actually bigger. It fits perfectly. Boom. That's actually one of the best fits in a case I've seen so far. It doesn't move at all. It's almost like a 1-to-1. It's like it was made for it. So yeah, this is giving the StandGrip legitimate competition, because it basically does everything the StandGrip does with kickstand accessibility, and it's dockable, which a StandGrip is not. So my biggest issue is really this area that's not smoothed over, but maybe that could be just product variance. I also wish the buttons were a little bit more accessible, but this is like surprisingly good. And if you could get it at the price that I did with the 30% off coupon for around $14, $15, this is almost a must buy if you're chasing value. Like, I don't know if you're gonna find something that's this comfortable. You could even take off the Joy-Cons. If you just pull this off, you can technically grab the Joy-Con. I don't think that's what it's intended for. I don't think that's what they designed the case for, but it works. So this is almost like a do-it-all case. Let's do a quick dockability test for the TiMovo grip case. It's in. That was a weird fit, but it's in there. It is slightly tight. As you can see, I do have it lined up correctly. Let's try again. There it is. It feels tight, but it's really not. You just have to line it up almost perfectly. But easy peasy. I'm impressed with this one. I can't even lie to you. This is from a company called TiMovo. Like I said, BH Gift has one as well that looks like the same exact product, and the Spigen Dual Grip seems to be the same exact product. Unless the dimensions of these grips are different, which, okay, that would be a plus for the other ones, but I don't think they are. I think it's the exact same product. I think they use the same exact parts, same exact design. So for a much lower price, I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer. I'll have an Amazon affiliate link down below. I can't say for sure what the price is going to be because when I bought it, it had the 30% off coupon. But maybe just look around and keep it in your browsing history and see when it does go on sale. But I really like this product, and I think it's a contender to be at least a holdover until the Satisfy StandGrip 2 comes out, which I do have a pre-order for that, and I'll be checking it out. Let me know what you guys think. If you checked out the Spigen Dual Grip, the BH Gift version of this, or the TiMovo version of this, let me know. and I'll see you guys in the next one.